Oh, there you are, YouTube. Lots of snow last night. We thought we would take them out. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Can you see your breath? So quiet around town. Yeah, should we go in? Back inside where it's warm. With a coffee in hand. Much later. So the snow just kept falling, and it's continuing to fall, but I think it's supposed to stop at midnight, and it's like 10:30 now. And tomorrow it doesn't look like it's going to snow, but it looks like it will the following 2 days after that. So I don't see it. It's just going to pile up higher and higher and higher because there's not going to be any melting tomorrow. So yeah, going to be a lot of snow in our area. In yesterday's vlog, I had mentioned that I want to do a movie recap, some of the movies that I had recently seen but did not get a chance to talk about. And those, I guess, only amount to 2 movies. I thought I was going to watch one tonight, but didn't happen. So yeah, have 2 movies that I wanted to discuss. Just going to do so briefly and just give like a general feeling about them. The first one is Palm Springs with Andy Samberg, his Lonely Island crew made this movie, and I knew nothing going into this movie, so I didn't know what genre it was going to be. I guess I should say genre spoilers here, but the movie is science fiction and Groundhog Day style time loop movie. It's different in Groundhog Day as in there's sort of an explanation of how it happened. It's not, like with Groundhog Day, it's just he starts repeating the same day over and over again. But in this one, there's some sort of pit in a cave that he walks into, and then after that, it just, happens over and over again. And it's a great movie. I love seeing Andy Samberg in something that isn't completely, over the top, hilarious and funny and comedy and all that. Definitely funny, hilarious comedy, but it's not over the top. And there are a lot of good emotional moments in it as well. So, yeah, I thought it was great. That definitely one to watch if you have not. And then the other one was Judas and the Black Messiah. And remember when I had talked about, so this one, could get nominated for Oscar movies. And that's kind of Oscar movies, Oscar awards, Oscar nominations. What am I talking about? I am off the rails here. Okay. Could be nominated for Oscars, I think is all I was trying to say. And we've been trying to catch up on movies like that. So we had watched recently, if you've been following along, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and what was the other one we watched? Also based off of a play, One Night in Miami. So those 2 movies are based off of plays, and the movies very much feel like they are based off of plays. And that was kind of my main gripe with both of them, is that they didn't feel very cinematic. And, I guess when it comes to a play, you would, I don't know, being adapted into a movie, you would hope that they would try and find ways to make it feel extremely cinematic and not like I'm watching a play, basically. Maybe they don't want to do that, I don't know, but I would think they would want to do that. But it was just weird because we had watched these 2 movies that felt like plays, and then we watched Judas and the Black Messiah, which felt so cinematic after coming off of those 2 movies. It was pure cinema. There was a lot of great moments of cinematic language happening, a lot of great shots, a lot of great camera angles, use of sound. It was just the dialogue just felt so naturalistic and not like people just ready to spout out their lines, which is what I feel like plays feel like and what those two movies felt like. It was like, everybody has like a 4-minute monologue and they're just like ready to say it and they don't have to like stop and think or anything like that like I have to do here when I'm talking. I'll pause and things like that or just like ramble on. It's like in these play movies, everybody knows exactly what they're going to say and they say it perfectly as if they have been studying their lines, right? So that's what was great about Judas and the Black Messiah, is it just felt very naturalistic. Like Lakeith, his character actually like mispronounced Humphrey Bogart's name at one point and then corrects himself, and that just felt so naturalistic that I was like, did he actually do that on accident and then correct himself and they're just like, let's leave it in the movie? Or was that like written in the script? It made me wonder because it just felt so real. So it was great to have a sense of realism and a strong sense of just cinematic visuals and storytelling, and it was just fantastic. It just made me think that this was one of the best movies of 2020, just on that alone, especially after coming off of those two movies that felt very much like plays, just isolated areas where people were just conversing with one another. This was not that. Also, this is a true story that I had never heard of, like education system failing me, and it seems like it was important, an important story, important moment in time, so important that J. Edgar Hoover, was getting involved. So why wasn't that taught in my school? I don't know. If it was over my head and I didn't know, didn't understand it, or I was goofing around with friends, so I missed it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I didn't know anything about any of this, and it was very interesting, and I don't know, great movie, great acting too. Man, like Daniel and Lakeith, I just feel like I hope they both get nominated. I think Daniel Kaluuya has been nominated for various award shows, but I'm not sure if Lakeith has, which my wife and I had a chance to see him back when he was like doing festival stuff with Short Term 12. He came into town and we were able to go to a party that he was at and watch his movie with him in the audience, so that was pretty awesome. But especially to see where he's going now, it's just like, man, I wish I would have became like, tried to become like really good friends with him, and then maybe hang out with him to this day. I don't know. It's just kind of like man, should have tried harder to become his friend. But yeah, he's so good in this, and I hope he gets some recognition at the Oscars, because it doesn't seem like he's getting much in a lot of other places, but he is fantastic in this movie. So good in this movie. Everybody's so good in this movie. It was just such a refreshing movie to watch, in terms of quality, cinematic quality, when coming off of those other two movies. So yeah, definitely a great, informative movie. I mean, I haven't read up on the real story, so I'm sure liberties were taken, as are all biopics and historical dramas and things like that. So I'm not sure what is exact, what's different, what's exaggerated, things like that. So I don't know that stuff, but again, for what it was as a movie, it is very good. So if you have not seen that movie, recommend that one as well. So yeah, that's sort of the movie catch up. It's still snowing, and who knows what tomorrow's going to look like. So perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.